streaming in just a couple moments. Get notifications out. So, apparently I need to restart the puzzle. And start game so I can load it up. 1, 2, 6, and 9. 3, 2. 3, 8. 6, and 5. 6, 4, 1, 7, 4, 6, 9, 3, 5, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, 4, 7, 6, and 8. Now that's, as it stands, what the puzzle looks like. If you want to grab a screenshot now, go for it. But you want to wait until I've got the notifications out and everybody's ready to go, or everybody's loaded up and I've validated it, and we can do that too. And actually, I want to see if somebody... Okay. Okay, no comments. So, all right. Back to the top here. And over here. First notice is out. Second. And third. I'd say I'll give them some time to find and load up, but I'm going to get this thing started. I got another stream to do. And 20 seconds to start your own copy if you haven't already. And there's 20 seconds. So, let's just flood fill everything from the get-go. My experience is flood filling tends to be a faster solution, but not always. Sorry about that. These two, this one's a 6. These, nope. This is a 6. I've got 2 possibilities here, but it's going to be this one. Because one of these 2, this one is going to be a 6. All right, 7. So one of these 3 is a 7. One of these 3 is a 7. And these 3 is an 8. Have 4 possibilities here, yep. Lots of options here. These 3 will be an 8. These 2. These, nope, not. Well, these 2 will be an 8. This gets to be an 8. So we can clean up these 3. And that is an 8. Okay. And 9s. I've got 2 possibilities for a 9 there. 4 down here. 2 here. 2 here. 6 here. Those 4. We've got all 5 of these. And then all 5 of these as well. Although it's going to be one of these 2. So we can clean out the 7s and the 9s in here. Because we've got 7 and 9 locked in here. This says it's a 5. Let's do a quick check. 1, 2, 3. 4, 6. Wow, 7 is still a possibility here. All right. That's why we check. All right. One 191779. So one of these two has to be a 7. One of these two has to be a 9. So this shouldn't be one of them, but or one should not be in one of those. But that's not a guarantee at this point. We got a 5, 3 here and here, so this is an 8, not an 8 here. And we end up with 2 possibilities here and 4 here for 8s. Not a lot of help, but we'll see. And 8s are done in the top row. One of these 3 is going to be an 8. One of these 4 is an 8. All right. No. I saw 1979. I do not see a 17. That was kind of my hope. Although I will admit my main hope is that I'm not taking an hour to solve this one. But it is a hard puzzle, so we're going to run into that. All right. I am going to do something I usually discourage myself from doing. Okay, why do I not have any 7s here? Well, 3 of these have the possibility of being a 7. Because that can't be. This one obviously can't be. It's got to be one of these two. Down here, this can't be. So yeah, these two are still viable. These two and this one are viable, but I narrowed it down to just these two here and did not include these two. That's not what I would call a bright situation. All right. 1, 5, 5, 3, 1, 7, 1, 7, 9, 9, 5, 3, 9, 7, 1. 4, 5, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1. That says this can't be a 4 now. Not a big help, but it will show itself in time. I just have 2 possibilities for a 4 there now. Still 4 possibilities over here. 2 possibilities here. Okay, I'm going to do my hunting thing, where we pick a number in one of these pairs, say 7 there or 9 here. And that means these can't be a 9 anymore. That makes this a 9, Not a 9 here or here. Not a 7 here. That becomes a 7, so clean up these. One of these becomes a 7, but I can't pick it yet. That becomes a 2, so not a 2 here. So we can clean up the 1s over here. Clean up the 2s here. Also, that's 7. That makes this into a 5. This becomes a 7. That becomes a 1, which fixes these two. This is not a 5 or a 1, so that's a 2. And so we clean up that 2. Still have a couple of possibilities down there and a couple here. This 1, 5 becomes a 5. So a 3 and a 9 here, 5 here. Not a 5, not a 5. So we got a 1, 4. Oh, not a 5 here. 1, 4, 1, 4 there. 1, 4, 1, 4 here. So these two can't be 1 or 4. This can't be a 4. We get the 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 1, 4, 7, 1, 7. Let's see. One of these two is going to be a 1. This one's going to be a 5. Not a 5 here or here. Also not a 5 in these three. Makes this into a 5. Means that's not. Either is that. 7, 8, 7, 8. That turns that into a 3. Which doesn't really help across, but does down here. These three can't be 3s. Or these two. One of these two will be a 3. Also, one of these is going to be an 8. Not a 4. 8 and 3. That makes not an 8 here, so pair is 9, 2. Pair is 7, 8. That's not a 7, that's an 8. So that becomes a 7. And some to clear up here. These can't be 7s anymore. Can't be a 5. That means that the 9 is going to be in the top there. So that makes this into a 9. This is in 2. It couldn't have been a 9 to begin with. So not a 2. This is a 1. This is a 3. This becomes a 7. Nope, that's not a 7. That can't be a 3. That can't be a 3. All right. So we get to back up to that 7, 9 pair here. And switch them. Because I did not see another pair where I'd switch to something else based upon other results. All right. So this becomes a 9 now and a 7 here. So not a 7, not a 7, not a 7, not a 7. This one becomes a 7, so not a 7, not a 7, not a 7. Also not 7s here or here. This becomes a 1, 5, and 4. And this becomes a 1. So 9 and 5. 3 and 9. Not a 9. 1, 7 pair. Let's see. These become not 1s. Going through and making sure I didn't leave anything else. Like the 1s here. And here. Also 2s and 3s are cleaned up already. Over here, not a 5 there. And this one's going to be a 5, and this is not. Clean up these 5s here. That makes this a 5. This becomes an 8, a 7, and a 3. So not a 3 down here or an 8. So this becomes an 8. So we got 9, 2, 9, 2, 9, 3. So that becomes a 3. Same here. That becomes a 3. And let's clean up the 3s. We have any, or where we have any. And let's see, anything else? I got a 9, 2, 7, 9, 7, 9, 4. Okay. Pair of 4s there and there. So that's going to come out of someplace else. Oh, and a pair, or a possible 4 there. So if we can figure out this one here, we'll get that solved. Not a 5 here or here. One of these 3 is a 5. With one of these two being its driver, I suspect. Not a 7 here or here. Actually, this becomes the driver. That's a 5, not a 5 here. So this one becomes a 5, not a 5 here. Oh yes, not a 5 here either. 8, 4 pair on the row. And not a 5. 8, 9, 1, 9, 1, 2, 7, 8, 1, 2, 7, 8, 1. There's the only 1, 9, or no. 2 9s in the row, and 3 in each column. Okay. Over here, not a 5. So we got a 7, 2, 7, or 7, 1, 1, 2 triplet. Let's see, anything else? Oh, down here, this can't be a 9 because of that up there. So that's a 2. This becomes a 9. This becomes a 2. And not a 2 in these, making this a 7, 1, and 2. Not a 2. 7 here, so not a 7 there. Making that a 7, not a 7, not a 7. One of these two will end up being a 7. Anything? Oh, no, we've already got 7 here. 4, 8, 4, 8, 1. So not a 8, not a 1. This is going to be a 9 and a 5. 8 and 1. So we can clean up over here now. And that means this is going to be a 9 and a 2. Not a 9, not a 9 here. That's a 9. This becomes a 1 and 4. 4, 8, 7. And this is now an 8, a 1, and we solve with a 4 here. Hey, 18 minutes and 24 seconds. How did you do? If you've been pulling up the puzzle ahead of me, great. Maybe you did solved it earlier. If not, let me know. I'm hoping that the 18 minutes is good for me. I'd like to have picked up a few more tricks that would speed it up, but I'm happy to have completed things at this point. So take care, everybody. We'll